time this interview is out, Meet Cute is going to be out. So congratulations on that. That's huge to have it out. What has it been like kind of building up to that release and
Thank you.
having it released?
You know, I can honestly say that this was a fantastic project. I mean that. Everything from like the second they brought me on, the director wanted to have a little phone meeting before, which never happens. They hire you, they bring you on set, you don't know who's who. Director quickly introduces themselves and like, okay, do your job.
Yeah.
This was great. The director had a really nice long phone chat with me, I think maybe a month before we started shooting.
Wow.
And literally gave me all the freedom in the world. So just like the second an actor knows that the director has faith in you, what the hell? You know, that never happens.
Mm-hmm.
They essentially tell you, you know, want a pissing contest for the most part. You know, they want to make sure that you know that they're above you. This director was so different. It was really lovely. It was just like, you know, do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know what you're doing. And then even I remember so specifically the first day of shooting, I didn't know any of these big stars that I was working with. I mean, how am I supposed to know them, you know?
Yeah.
And the director devised such a great strategy. We were shooting the first scene, and the director just whispered to me after they'd gotten their footage,
Mm-hmm.
the Kaylee and Pete's, like they knew they were good. The director had me prank them,
Okay.
and the Kaylee just fell out of the chair laughing, and Pete couldn't stop laughing. So he just, from then on, I was just so comfortable being on that set.
Can I ask what the prank was?
I don't think I should tell you.
That bad?
It's a little bit, you know, I don't know. You're in college and I don't know what the rating is. And yeah, that was a great icebreaker.
Yeah.
You know, it's like devices like this, like, yeah, it's, you know, we're all grown-ups, so it was all cool. But it was just so great. From then on, there were just no hitches. I was part of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylee was absolutely lovely and easy to work with. Pete was shockingly accommodating and fun to work with.
Okay.
They let me improvise the hell out of everything, you know? And they're just, Pete and Kaylee are masters at improvising.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're like, you know, they know the script, but they'll leave it at the door and then just do their thing. So I was kind of dabbling in it, and Pete threw something at me, and I was like, you know, after I wasn't that satisfied with my response, so I asked Pete between takes, I'm like, hey, you want to throw that at me again? He's like, sure, you know. So we start rolling again. He throws the same thing at me, but in a totally different way. But at least I knew what was coming. And so I was just like, boom. And it worked. So, you know, you don't expect that from big stars.
Mm-hmm.
They don't always want you to shine, but they were just beyond lovely to work with.
That's good though. It's nice to have a close casting crew like that.
And the crew too. The
Mm-hmm.
crew were amazing. I mean, it's really does stand out in my mind, you know. It's just like they were just really supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, for anyone who hasn't been able to watch this film yet, what can they expect from it?
You'll be surprised. It's you know, it should make you laugh, but it'll be gut wrenching.
Okay.
In moments, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, it should really suck you in,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but it'll make you laugh for the most part. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
look forward to seeing it.
Cool. I do too.
You haven't seen the full thing yet?
No, I did ADR.
Oh,
I you know, ADR is looping.
mhm.
So I can honestly say I've never looked better.
Well, that's good to hear.
I know I look handsome enough. I'll take that, you know. And even in the ADR, the director let me improvise, you know.
Okay.
It was really cool. Yeah, it's a great love story,
Mhm.
you know. So I think it's you get from Meet Cute that it should be a love story, yeah. But it'll make you it should tug at your heartstrings uh appropriately enough. I won't have much to do with that. The main stars will, but hopefully I can make the audiences laugh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you play Amit in this. I'm wondering, could you tell us a little bit more about your character and what it was like bringing him to life?
So what they did was I I in a nutshell, I work at a restaurant,
Mhm.
and because the movie takes place around a date, they had me literally do everything at the restaurant. I'm the waiter, I'm the manager, I'm the barker, I'm the busboy, I'm literally everything. So every time they come back, I'm just playing like a different part,
Okay.
you know. So it's a great, that's a nice device, you know. Um, um, yeah. So that should be pretty amusing, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like the barker outside at one point. I am, you know, I'm, you know, the waiter at one point. I'm the manager at another point. I'm the busboy at one point. So, you know, it was amusing. Even the background people were laughing, you know, at how many different hats I had to wear. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean, was that difficult for you to play a bunch of different people, or did it just come naturally?
It came naturally. I actually, they shot in my neighborhood. How lucky can a guy get?
Wow.
So what I did was I just went to the restaurant and hung out and scoped it out a little bit, see what could be done. And
Okay.
I think the restaurant is so visually stimulating.
Mhm.
Have you seen the movie?
I haven't, but I've seen photos of the restaurant.
Okay. The restaurant is so visually stimulating that it's a character of its own in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like it's very quirky. Since you live in Canada, um, it's yeah, it's a very quirky restaurant. It's been in this neighborhood for about 60 years.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hard to survive that long in East Village.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I went there, I scoped it out, I saw what it was all about, the restaurant.
Mhm.
So it gave me a lot to play with. I was a little bit prepared.
A little bit.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit, you know, because you got to leave parts of yourself open to see, you know, what do you get
Mhm.
that's new, and you come out with something that's unexpected. Hopefully that's where the magic lies, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
And I know you said you had fun doing your prank at the start, but do you have a favorite moment or memory from your time on this set?
I actually do. Um, I have a scene with Kaylee, and I saw it as a, you know, I knew how to play the scene,
Mhm.
but the way that this is the one time the director really directed, and I just thought it was fantastic. And what he did with the scene was absolutely amazing. Literally, he made me throw out everything
Really?
that I had prepared. I thought I wanted to do with the scene, and just live.
Okay.
And so that was like literally a if you're an actor and if you really kind of live out a moment or two, that's going to be memorable to you forever. You're never going to forget that.
Yeah.
So it was literally like not acting, just living, you know.
Okay.
And this is thanks to Alex,
Yeah.
the director. He just literally made me do that. And once it was over, I was like, oh man. I mean, I was just like, ah, I see why he's a director.
So you'd work with him again?
Oh my God, absolutely. You know, again, he texted me like 4 months later. Directors don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you do TV shows, you do this, you do that. The directors don't have time for, you know, smaller actors to like text you like, hey, you're good, or you're great, or you're this, or you're that. They don't, you know, they're busy, you know. But this guy was just like awesome. And I was on vacation in Europe, and I'm like getting like really encouraging texts from him. Like, are you kidding? Can you make my vacation even better? Is that even possible? You know, but he did. It was just lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I
lovely.
mean, if you could describe this film as a whole in 3 words, what would they be?
Huh. That's a good one. I I didn't prepare for this interview. Um, Timeless love.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's
How's
a
that?
great love story.
Was that 3 words or more?
Yeah, it works.
Yes, it would be timeless love.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And my last question for you, I know that you've got this going, obviously, but do you have any future projects that you could hint at or talk about?
Well, I just shot a Law and Order SVU last week.
Okay.
I did a couple of episodes of Amy Schumer's brand new show that's coming out. So it's the old Inside Amy Schumer, but they're
Okay.
bringing it back.
Oh.
And I've worked with her on many episodes of old Inside Amy Schumer and Life and Beth.
Hmm.
So I'm in a couple of episodes of that. And then there's a movie that targets you specifically. No, it's I think the college kids would love it. It's called Binge 2.
Okay.
It's a sequel to Binge.
Yeah.
It's about drug and alcohol abuse. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so that should come out around Christmas because it's about binging around Christmas.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, there's a few things.
Yeah, you're keeping busy.
Gotta, you know, I mean, you're not, you know, gotta pay the bills, right? Somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and an honest day's work doesn't work for me. I'm not cut out for that.
No, but congratulations on everything. It was so great to talk to you, and yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.